No, I'm busy tonight, actually.
Yo, motherfucker. Welcome to the Jerry Hotpants Club podcast.
Back. Gone.
What? Hey, welcome to the Jerry Hotpants Club podcast. I am Pete. With me as always is...
I'm Chris, and this is Helix.
Yeah, we have him for views. Back there on the bells and whistles.
Yes, I feel the astonishing.
The astonishing.
Hell yeah.
Is that like the uncanny?
Sure.
Okay. So today is Wednesday, June 29th. Today is National Almond Butter Crunch Day. Right. Sounds just like it said.
Hell yeah.
National Camera Day. You're watching us through a camera we use to record just for you. National Waffle Iron Day. I'm going to smack these motherfuckers in their face with a waffle iron. They ain't going to see it coming. You especially when you're sleeping. And the last one is National Parchment Day.
National Parchment Day.
Parchment paper?
Food?
Parchment? I guess.
Soup?
It's not specific.
Is that soup?
Oh, wait. You can click on the thing? Oh, I didn't know you could click on a thing and it gives you information.
Wow.
At the end of June each year, National Parchment Day brings innovation and convenience to the kitchen. While adding convenience, parchment also infuses flavor, locks in moisture, much like my underwear,
Why can't they
and
say
preserves
soup?
vital nutrients. It also has long been... Oh, hey. It also, where'd we go? I lost. Every versatile parchment easily transitions from skillet to oven and from the grill to the table. Its ability to be elegant and useful makes it one of the most effective tools in the kitchen. Much like Yusuf. So, we got all that out of the way.
Tool.
Yeah, you're a fucking tool, Yusuf.
I accept that.
No, you're supposed to say something like, no, bro.
No, I accept it.
When did you become so fucking zen-like all of a sudden?
Because I fuck these bitches, I don't give a fuck. With my dick. My dick. That's what I do.
He talks about it so much.
My
I think it's
dick.
just a tic-tac, right? It's just it's a tic-tac with one pubic hair on
Fucking
it.
skin flute.
It does the job.
Yeah.
I skin flute these hoes.
We're never going to get real guests.
No, we're not. So, speaking of guests, you can guess what we're going to talk about. Christopher.
Oh, we are going to... The topic today will be, are we in a recession?
So, from a little bit of a perspective of...
It's a good question because most people say we're not. Some people say we are. Some people say a recession's coming. I remember a couple years ago they said a recession was coming now.
Right.
But everything's really expensive, and usually when you think of recession, you think of people out of work. But there's definitely jobs available, but nobody wants to work the lower wage jobs right now.
Nobody wants to work any job.
So one thing, and I'm going to bring that up. So one thing that they've been trying to heap praise upon Biden with is that under his administration there's been this huge job growth, which is true.
That's
However,
not true.
Less people are going to work. There are more jobs available now than there were about 6 or 7 years ago, but that's only because some would say there was larger business growth under Trump. Thus, more positions are available, okay, but less people are applying. So the workforce is real fucking light in comparison, and we see it at work. I'm gonna use this as an example. Our delivery truck is behind 2 to 3 days because our delivery truck drivers, there were 14 absent no-shows this past week alone. They were flying people in from as far away as Washington State to drive our routes to get us our orders. Meanwhile, my shelves begin to go bare. And then the entire...
That sounds like a recession.
Yeah.
Bare shelves. That's like, yeah.
So what dictates a recession is what I'd like to ask.
Well, bare shelves would be definitely a recession. There could be, like, depression. You know what I mean? Like, can't get bread, can't get gas.
But this is just like...
No, you can get gas. It's just expensive, right?
You can get gas. You can get bread.
If you got the money. But it's
Now,
like, why aren't people working?
People are working. I mean, there's...
Yeah, they're not.
So, well, let's talk about this. The Federal Reserve, which is our central bank, has 2 jobs.
Control the interest rate.
Its jobs are to control inflation and maximum employment. Those are its 2 jobs.
Maximize employment, right?
It's maximum employment. This is like for quote maximum employment, and control inflation. And usually they try to control inflation around 2%, but we know that they've failed at that miserably for decades and decades and decades. So, I mean, if there's a problem in the economy, you usually have to blame the Federal Reserve, but I mean, the government, and it's supposed to be independent of the government. It's a private organization, and we can talk about the Olympia and how it got founded if we want later on, but I mean, what the hell is going on? If inflation's running rampant, what the hell are they doing? The gas went from $2 to $3 in like a year, right? Mm-hmm. Or $2 to $5 in a year. And I mean, a lot of people blame that on Biden, but the Fed's supposed to control inflation. What the hell are they doing?
Because the price of per barrel is the same as it was a year ago. Am I right?
I doubt it. I'm sure it's way higher.
No, it's not.
Well,
it's relatively. I mean, it's a little higher, but not enough to dictate this climb. So, what is going on?
It would have to be a lot higher. It would have to be a lot higher. I think it's over $100 right now, or something like that. What's the price? What's the price of a barrel of oil right now? I know when Trump was in there, at one point it went negative, which was really funny because that doesn't happen almost ever.
That's because Trump did the damn thing.
And the price of oil needs to be a certain price for the American oil companies to be able to make money, because they can't get it as cheaply as the Middle East can, because we have to go into the shale. It costs a little more for us to do it.
Did you hear that they closed down a bunch of sites? A bunch of oil sites?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the government shut down a bunch of leases.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. They want us to go into solar and wind.
They're like pushing us into a bad situation.
They want to shut down the power plants before they have any other way to power the country. They're insane. It's probably treason.
It's all right, because I'm ready to Mad Max this shit. I'm just letting y'all know. I already got the outfits and everything.
Yeah. That leather suit with the red ball. That's not a
when
Mad
you
Max
see me
outfit,
when you see me at the parade, just know that I'm not there for y'all. I'm practicing.
The price of
Record gasoline prices are a direct result of climbing oil prices. The price of oil bottomed out in spring of 2020 during the COVID-19 crash.
Yeah.
But today, a barrel of oil fetches around almost 130 in the U.S. with higher prices. A direct result of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. I don't know that I buy that. Aided by a stronger consumer demand as the world moves on from COVID-19 and weak supply as the leading oil-producing nations throttle output.
Yeah, so WTI crude is at 107.
Yeah.
Natural gas at 6.22. Yeah, so why do we need to be independent of OPEC. OPEC is a cartel, like it's really called a cartel, and they just set prices, and they can just, pump as much as they want, and they can just make us pay what we want, what they want us to pay. And I just hate being dependent on foreign oil. We're dependent on if you can't produce your own things, and you know what I mean, if you can't produce your own stuff here at home, and you have to depend on something else, like you're not a real country. Like, you have to be able to take care of your own people.
Okay. Well, I mean, we have food shortages. We have,
Did the kids ever get baby formula?
They closed down the plants again.
Yeah, funny how that just disappears from the news again.
How, I thought it was national priority. I thought he dedicated the FBI, mission make baby formula again.
The FBI.
Isn't that something like he...
Feed Babies Incorporated.
The Defense Production Act.
Yeah.
I mean,
so they were
close.
supposed... Yeah, because they were supposed to
do that.
They had...
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. You gotta... It's crazy.
So, and the other thing of it is, we have... And I don't want to... I'm not going to get political, because I honestly will say that I do not think the current administration is doing a good enough job of handling the either current or oncoming recession. To say that if we aren't,
and that's the question that we're going to answer. Try to answer today.
In my lifetime, I remember the recession around the time of the Gulf War. So it was either during or right after we were in a recession, and that was 90, 91, right?
Oh, the 80s were good, right?
Oh, the 80s were really
Yeah.
good. 80s were really good. There was so much coke.
I wasn't talking about the cocaine.
There was so much everything.
Oh,
Everything
oh.
was
So-
malls, everything. You could spend money.
Yeah.
You could, those were the days.
Well, like my family, we went on vacation. That's something we haven't done in.
I can't go around the block.
Well, I know you shouldn't be allowed to go around the block.
Shouldn't be allowed outside your house.
My girlfriend wants to do something. She's gonna eat some fucking ramen noodle and get fucking smashed and watch a fucking cartoon, and that's it. We ain't going nowhere, honey.
You're lucky she touches.
Why
you.
does she like you?
Yeah.
Because I talk a lot of shit, bro. But she's like the center of my universe right now, and I treat her good. But I just talk a lot of shit. I can't help it.
It's still, she's gonna get nominated for sainthood.
Bro, she gets on my last nerve, but that's my lady. I think that's why
and you
that's my
don't
lady.
get on her last
I
nerve?
do. Bless her heart, she is a saint.
I am on so much caffeine right now, it's hard to breathe.
Yeah, bro. I don't know if you should even. Should be like a legal limit of how much caffeine
I'm gonna go in the
you can
kitchen and
intake.
get you an entire chicken breast. Can you eat
He
the whole
just had an
fucking thing?
abortion in my bathroom, dude. It's terrible.
Oh my god. You are the pillow that holds up the ceiling of hell. You know that? You sack of shit. So, I remember during that time, once the 90s hit, it was rough time at my house. It was. There was just instability in the economy and in the country as a whole because that's, you're back to the kind of the same thing that was going on during Vietnam. You had people saying we need to stay the fuck out of these conflicts all overseas. You had people saying, you had people running around putting up the flag going, we're patriots, we're going to take America everywhere.
I don't know why. Fuck Ukraine. I don't give a fuck.
I'm not talking about Ukraine.
I don't fuck all of those cocksuckers that are on us.
That might be part of the problem here soon is the grain and the fertilizer. Mm-hmm. And when they created communism, they went and took all the grain in Ukraine. That was like part of like how they made everyone like if you're hungry,
sustainability was through using their shit.
If you can't eat, you will die.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And things are going to get more expensive as fertilizer. As corn gets more expensive.
Yeah.
Everything gets more as gas gets more expensive. It makes corn more expensive. It makes feed more expensive. It makes meat more expensive. Like everything kind of. And they say at any time there's only like a 90-day food supply on Earth. So like if like all of a sudden there was like say it's the middle of summer and there's like a cold. Say just all of a sudden it got real cold for like. That's the other thing too. I'd rather have it be a little too hot than a little too cold. If it's a little too cold, nothing grows. We all die. A little too hot, stay inside. You know what I'm saying? The food will probably be okay. But if
Same.
If say just one like summer like July like July, August, September, it just got like freezing for some reason, right? And we lost all that. We'd be screwed, like the whole world.
So
you better have some shelf stable food.
Yeah, start preparing.
We know a lot of people that are already doing that, don't we?
I saw Kaylee and Brooke today, and they're both prepping.
Oh yeah, I got messaged. I'm like, hey man, you want to swap some shit? I'm like, swap what? I'll kill people and keep us alive. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's the reason I go to the gym. When I go to the gym, I train for the zombie apocalypse so that I can be the one who leaves the compound, goes and gets supplies, and comes back, and then hides the fact that I got bit until I turn in the back.
I don't know about any zombie apocalypse, but I will raid, loot, protect, and suck dick to fucking stay alive. You want me on your team. Hashtag Team Yusafia the Great. In case of world-ending situation.
Team Sloppy Toppy over there.
So I guess the question then comes back to if we are in a recession, what are the clear indicators other than empty shelves, which we already discussed?
Things are expensive.
There's an interruption in supply chains.
There's work, but there's no workers. So I mean, that's kind of a first.
That's like the top notch to indicate a recession is there's a lack of jobs or job diversity even, which we have. There are more fields available to specific individuals per their education or their skill set. In this country than at any other time in history.
Off the bat, here's what I know. We need like in Bay County. There's we don't have enough. So the accounting company we go through doesn't have enough workers. The shipping companies that we have don't have enough drivers. Yep. The bread company that I get bread from doesn't have enough workers. The police don't have enough police right now. The nurses don't have enough. What is going? These people went to school for their shit, and there's like, or if like anything, all these jobs that are just open. Where are these people getting their money from? How are they paying their bills? I'm so dumbfounded. I'm working my butthole off.
I honestly am looking for feedback to this because it
nobody's
baffles
giving me
too.
an answer.
Like, I have hired over the last year or 2 years, I have hired so many people. Right?
I think that's why
and
we're
then
exhausted.
And then the ones that we've had to let go, because they have zero fucking work ethic. They want to work 1 or 2 days a week, and then once the weekend comes, like, oh, I need the weekend off. Like, no, you got to put on your big boy pants and sacrifice if you want to earn a way through this world. You gotta cut your teeth on working a job where you work weekends. You work schedules and shifts you don't want to work. You climb the fucking ladder. You don't automatically walk into, so I want first shift and yuck, and I want to be able to get paid what you are, yuck, and then when it's all said and done, I'm going to go ahead and take the weekend off, yuck.
So, I was trying to evaluate why I'm so stressed out or exhausted. I think that's what it is just training people. Repeatedly.
Dude, we have trained fucking 30 people in the last year. 30 easily.
Yeah, but these jobs, all these 10 to 12 hour an hour, all these $10 to $12 an hour jobs are trash.
Regardless,
I don't fucking care. Do
you remember our
I don't know if they
grandparents,
should
bro?
exist.
Our grandparents used to hustle and do whatever it took to provide, right?
Right, but their houses cost $5,000. Like the house rent right now costs like
shit in one hand and want in the other.
When it was built.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point, right? They learned, your grandparents, your grandfather didn't just walk into the highest paying job out of school or out of the military or whatever.
He did whatever it took.
He climbed the fucking
and he
ladder.
took what was his.
Right, but the money was worth so much more.
100%,
well, it's
but he
not
still
to-
took
Like you
what
could
was
have a
his,
pocket
right?
full of change and go have like a great week. You could do whatever you want. If you had a pocket full of change, you could walk out of here on a Friday, food, hotels, dancing, music, movies, whatever you want. I know
100%,
my
100%.
family used to teach dance, and the women would go out and they would teach dance, and they would end up getting 50 cents a day, and that 50 cents would make dinner for the whole family. When the men were out working and their bills would come, and the money they made was for the
100%.
bigger bills and shit, but that 50 cents paid for
went
the
a long
family's
way.
dinner a day.
100%.
Okay,
But would you
but
rather
now
have
the-
some money or no
But
money,
that
though?
doesn't. Okay, but we can talk
Right?
about the old days until we're fucking blue in the face. I'm talking about right now. Right now.
I think everyone should learn trades and shouldn't be going in these 10 to 12 hour 10, 11.
But shouldn't
So,
they be
but you
working
want to
until they
be
learn
able
the
to go to
trades,
these.
or-
So you don't ever want to go to a fucking Starbucks or a McDonald's or a 7-Eleven ever again.
I didn't say that, but I'm not sure
Then-
if I'm not sure. Well, also, I want to say that I don't believe in the minimum wage. I think the minimum wage is a scam. I think that it's artificially low. I think if the minimum wage didn't exist, I think the minimum wage would float out to be a lot higher, somewhere around $17 to $22 an hour, probably.
So what you're saying is that if we didn't have a means to say, hey, you're going to hire this guy, but you have to pay him at least this an hour, that these guys are going to automatically want to pay him higher?
Yes, I think that there'd be competition for the workers, and people would say, okay, well, I'm
Sounds
paying
like
$10.
communism.
No, it's a free market. It's the exact opposite of communism.
Communism breeds competition for people to try to gain stature. That is exactly what you're trying to do, is gain stature.
I'm talking about capitalism.
Okay, so
Talking
you're
about
saying that
if
in order to
I'm going to pay you $10 an hour, but that guy's going to pay you 11, you're going to go with that guy.
Yeah.
That's capitalism.
Yeah, and so
That's competition. That's capitalism. That's not dictating.
okay,
That's not dictating
but so
anything
a
from the top
minimum
down.
wage.
It's letting the free market. The minimum wage is communism to me. It's setting an artificial floor on wages. Why would you have a completely free market where you're allowed to make as much money as you possibly can, but set an artificial floor on wages? Kind of like gas prices are all set at the same price.
Why would you start somewhere? You can't.
I don't think we should. I think it should be. I don't. I've thought about this for years and 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 years. And with my education and with what I've looked at, I believe that
So why are
minimum
you
wage.
not an economist?
Maybe,
No,
I
not
mean,
what-
I could be, but I'm saying that I believe the minimum wage is a scam. I believe that the minimum wage would be much higher if there was no government
But
dictated
then if
minimum
it was
wage.
a lot higher, wouldn't that become the new minimum wage?
Right, but it'd float though. It'd float regionally. So if somebody's looking for a job on Columbus Avenue,
Right.
Yeah.
and this place is paying $10 an hour, and this place is paying $12, they're going to go to the place that's paying $12. So the people who want a worker and they're only paying $10, no one's going to go work for you because you're only paying $10. So now you got to pay $13 because everyone's going to the place that's paying $12. And if this guy goes up to $15, then this guy's going to go to $50. So you'd have to go higher. So maybe you have less workers.
Sounds
Maybe
like
you have
competing gas stations.
Right, you got competition, right? So then you see who is an actual viable business instead of who has these artificial floors for prices, for wages that nobody wants to work for.
You undercut the ability for anybody to start a business. Because
I'm not. I'm just having a free market. I'm having a free market.
No, you're not.
That's
you
a
are
free market.
You're eliminating anybody's ability to.
You're damn near talking about slavery, bro.
You can.
You're setting an artificial floor. You're setting an artificial floor. So you have
without
to work
a
for
minimum
this.
wage and this competition that you're talking about, right now, a guy can't come in. He has to all of a sudden produce so much capital to be able to pay his workers from the start without establishing a business, without establishing any fucking income or capital. He's automatically just supposed to have enough to pay his workers.
Well,
That makes no fucking sense.
Wait, say that again. Sorry, a girl was texting me.
Well, why bother?
Sorry, I just called her and she called me back.
Okay, if you are already eliminating anybody's possibility to pay these high wages by saying, okay, you create this competition. So the guy next door, he can pay $17 an hour.
Right.
I can't.
Okay.
I don't have the capital yet because I don't have the workforce because I haven't been able to churn out a fucking product because I can't hire anybody to help me because they're already paying a ridiculous fucking amount of money. So that destroys the free fucking market.
Then learn a trade. So we would learn trades.
You want to have a free fucking market in capitalism.
We would learn
but then
trades.
You're talking around yourself.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You have no idea what you're talking about. You would learn a
You
trade.
have no idea what you're talking
so
about.
you would so instead of going into so once you became a teenager and you had some mental and physical skills, you would be able to learn a trade where you could go into your own business. So you would learn skills like an electrician, plumbing, carpentry, painting, carpet.
Okay, so based on this model,
flooring.
then all of a sudden you can, through the trades, accumulate enough money to start your own business,
Right.
to be able to beat somebody else out for the wages that they're
Right,
paying.
then you would
and then you're
compete.
just putting them out of business.
No, you would compete.
That's not.
You would
I
compete.
mean, you still need ditch diggers and McDonald's workers and
Right, but I'm saying
such
that
things.
maybe
And
those
you
businesses don't. Maybe we don't need some of those businesses. Maybe we don't. Maybe we've artificially made a market for them, and the people who are going to be hurt most are probably going to be the McDonald's.
They're going to be the
corner
poor,
stores.
the uneducated, and the minorities. Those are the people who
Right,
The,
so they
the
should
right's
go
been
into
trying to get rid of
they
anyway.
should go into the. They should go into the trades, or they could go. They could do other jobs too. I mean,
Such
they could
as?
do. I don't know what other jobs. There would be a slew of other jobs that would come into existence if we got rid of these low-paying, unskilled jobs. There might be, I don't know.
These low-paying, unskilled jobs came into existence because the more desirable jobs get filled up quicker.
Well, they're supposed to be for the young and the retired, damn near. That's who is.
And that's my hiring base. I hire the young, and the young are poorly educated by a broken educational system, so they can't do simple fucking math. And then on top of that, they don't have any fucking work ethic whatsoever. All they do is sit here and complain about how they want weekends
Yeah,
off.
they think they deserve what they haven't earned.
Entitlement. But
their money's not worth shit. They're never going to get ahead at that job.
So what are
No,
they
they're
supposed to
not.
do though? Just
They're
not do
supposed to-
anything?
I don't know. The education systems let them down.
So they're not supposed to cut their teeth on working a job to learn some fucking responsibility.
They're
and
not
a
working
work
a job.
ethic?
They're getting
how tough were our grandparents that they just did anything it took?
But their money was worth something.
Okay, but still, the
doesn't-
idea of
yeah.
work ethic, you have to start somewhere. And of which from there you build the work ethic and then also your mind and your brain to know this is my value. I will not settle for less, but know that if I have to break my back, I will because I am not a quitter. Right now, they just think that they just deserve shit. You deserve what? For what?
Yeah, they
What do you think you deserve?
They walk onto the fucking floor of a factory, of a restaurant. There's people who are going to school right now, what's that one that turns out the medical assistants? They're going to Ross, right? And they're walking in there with this, I know everything because I watched 4 episodes of Dr. House. So now all of a sudden I know how to fucking diagnose people. It's got to be lupus. It's never lupus, right? It's like and that's the other thing. The
so much caffeine, dude.
I know.
I'm
kind of
right now.
You know what? I haven't eaten one thing. I should have gone to Crejax.
I should have.
But Angry Man was there, and I don't want to hang out with Angry Man. So I like
Angry Man
The
coffee.
Polish sausage and sauerkraut's so good.
I know, bro. Listen, I went there last Sunday for breakfast. They had like 4 or 5 different kinds of Polish sausage on the buffet.
I'll say this: I love Crejax, but I'm not impressed by them anymore. I don't know what they've
their
done.
Their fish is trash. I don't
Yeah,
like their fish.
What?
it used to be delicious. I don't know what I had today was not.
No,
You might have caught an off day.
It had-
See,
Maybe,
I hope
everybody
so.
has an off day.
Of course, I hope. So.
I went
There
in
was
there.
a sign that said the fish has bones in it. They don't have really good fish.
So I went in there.
We went there for their seafood buffet, and they don't have real crab anymore.
And here,
Yeah.
I said this at the restaurant earlier. I said that if Crejax ever closes, that's when I know I have to worry.
if all the
So I
bad,
apologize.
when
If
you
I
see,
said
Yeah.
anything bad about Crejax, everybody does have a bad day, 100%.
They do.
but that's a good
But-
thing to mention with recession. Usually, when there's a recession, you see a bunch of banks go out of business.
Yeah.
Like, you saw like, oh shit, the banks were like, we're gonna not have money in the ATMs in like 2 days. You were like, huh?
yeah. And those were scary times that the media does a good job of distraction. Like, honestly, I think that the recent Supreme Court decisions is a distraction. Just as much as like I want to argue
Yeah,
against
they got
them,
us arguing.
Yeah, but and they also have people marching in the streets. There's a distraction.
I think that's all they want us to do is just fight amongst ourselves.
It used to be they wanted us fed and happy and distracted.
You certainly are, sir.
And I'm not fed and happy.
There's elections coming up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling
know.
you, then
We're
they
gonna
do this,
it.
and then they slip in the criminals. They're just criminals in suits.
They always have been.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
always
never
have
changed.
been.
That's since Roman times.
In our lifetime, since Roman times,
They
Roman
were,
is a wiener.
They were criminals in shower curtains back then, weren't they?
That's what, bro, G shit.
Okay, quick shout out
Sandals?
to my buddy Pat. He religiously watches our show. Okay,
Hey, what up, Pat? I'll give you a pat on the back, baby.
Shout out to Jesus Sandals.
whatever. And so
Shout out to Caesar.
Pat, he always gives us a.
My
He
dog's
texts me
smiling.
every the minute it drops, he's watching,
Oh yeah,
and he
Pat, you my guy.
he will text me right after, and he'll always
Hashtag
offer
Pat's the man.
He'll offer some critique of the show, or he'll say good job, and he's been saying a lot of nice things, mostly about me, nothing about you, so that's good news.
Pat,
But
Pat, what the hell?
No more hashtag Pat's the man. Hashtag Pat,
all
what
he
the
has
fudge.
to say to Pat is what the hell, but when you say Wilson, fuck you, Wilson. I don't want to hear your
Wilson's the man. Hashtag Wilson's the man.
Wilson is the man. Wilson is the man. Him and I got into a fucking full-fledged argument behind my house while I was standing on a milk crate about a jar of peanut butter.
I don't want to know how.
Yeah.
that ended or why.
That's-
No.
wow.
He stole it out of my back. We were fucked up, and he stole it out of my back pantry, and then just like I was on the
was
milk crate
eating it
bitching.
with his
No, he
hand.
produced it out of his pocket, and I was so mad. I was like, "You went in my fucking house. I let you use the goddamn bathroom, and you stole this peanut butter." I'm probably recalling this all wrong because it was 25 years ago, but
Come into my house and steal my peanut
you
butter.
stole my motherfucking peanut butter. David Horner tried stealing my peanut butter out of my nightstand.
Peanut
Bro,
butter is the deal.
why
The
do you
deal
have
right
peanut
now.
butter on your nightstand?
There's no peanut butter. That's another thing. There's no peanut butter.
Right now,
There's no peanut butter.
Oh, there was a
there was during
bunch
the
of Jif got recalled, right?
Yes.
or Jif or GIF, whatever.
Jif.
Jeff.
There is no peanut butter. I've been looking because I make peanut butter shakes, of which I've found an item that's similar, but
I dodged
guess
the
I'm
peanut
not
butter
allowed
question.
to use it.
I gave up peanut butter for the.
I dodged the question about the
diet.
peanut butter in my nightstand. That's good. So,
You know what
So
I do?
let's-
Actually, you guys, that's really horrible. What I like to do is I buy what is it called? I buy a mushmelon and then I'll bore it out and I'll put it in the microwave for 10 seconds and then I'll fuck it. It feels
What's it called?
amazing. A mushmelon. Either that or the alternative is what is it called? It's like it's not a watermelon, but it's yellow on the inside. Not a mushmelon again. It's
Bro.
tan on the outside.
The cassava melon or some shit.
Cassava melon. No, man, it's It's like the
I don't be eating melons. The only fruit I eat are apples and bananas.
I don't know, but you bore it from the center, bro. Put it in the microwave for a little bit. And
I
then
know
fuck
the
it, bro, and it
honeydew's
feels
the green one,
so
right?
Good.
You're talking about the other one, not the honeydew's the green one.
Not the honeydew.
The other one that looks like it. What's that melon called?
Muskmelon?
Yeah, muskmelon.
No.
Yeah, bro. Muskmelon.
It's tan on the outside.
Yeah, muskmelon, I think.
Muskmelon?
Yeah, I think there's another name for
And
it. I
it's
can't remember.
like orange on the inside?
Yeah. It's in all the fruit trays.
Yeah, exactly that.
Muskmelon.
Bro, you fucked the shit out of that, bro. Feels so fucking good on your dick, bro. It's fucking dripping down in your asshole, bro.
I just need a button.
What is wrong with you?
Bro, I need a button so I can
Why are
just click 'em
all
out.
your jokes like this?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I never told this to
Just
anybody
make
else.
fun
but
of
my
Pete like I do.
childhood was very, very different than yours.
Yeah, well,
no shit.
you-
and I think I've repressed it for long
show
enough.
us on the doll.
Sandahir, if you're listening, buddy, you taught me all this. Ya kalb, ya khara, ya balla' al-ayura.
Oh my
You motherfucker. That's a shout out to my best friend that
You're
taught
like
me
the
all
Arab
this.
Joe Pesci is what you are.
Aw, shucks, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I knew you'd love that.
Gee.
Bro,
He
this
is.
okay.
You- okay.
Recession.
Recession,
I'm
yes.
slowly
Are we in a
receding
recession?
on this
Okay,
couch.
let's-
I feel like we are.
Receding like
Are
your
we
hairline?
in one? Are we going into one? Have we been in one? Where
I
do
think that we are
are?
officially in one because for me, I don't spend a lot of money like that. I don't buy shoes. I don't buy
Yeah, clearly.
knickknacks. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
He bought a
So
new pair recently. Well, they
Yes, you
printed.
did. I'm proud of you for that.
They
by the way.
printed like so much money that they printed like more money than was in existence. In the
trillions. Like,
yeah.
there's no way to pay that shit off. How?
They printed, and we owe money
Oh, who?
back to the Federal Reserve.
I don't owe
the
nobody
people,
shit.
Yeah, so the government, so they print the money, and then the people have to pay interest on it,
Yeah.
and we have to pay it back to the Federal Reserve.
I was just talking to my buddy that we ran into at the Y today about going to some kind of country and becoming a warlord because I'm over all this fucking bullshit.
You don't have the stamina to be a warlord.
Shit, I'm gonna start.
A warlord needs to slow down and shut the fuck up sometimes, and you are not capable
I'm gonna
of
be
doing
behind a closed doors warlord, and I just have the kid
that. No
army.
such thing exists. No such thing exists.
I don't know. I'm
if there's a
crazy
way to
enough that
find
I
a way
know-
to be one, I know it was you. I have faith that you could do this.
Yes.
But we need you here. Okay. You're the fucking.
I'm going to go in on the topic. I'm going to say that with the price of gas being like the highest I've ever seen we are in a recession.
Right?
We have to be in a recession. The price of gas is insane. Like, it's so expensive. It makes everything else expensive. It taxes everyone. And everything else is expensive, too. Dude, chicken, I used to pay like $2 a pound. I pay like $3.29 a pound or something for chicken right now. And everything. There's some things I don't even buy. Like, I'm not really
the other
buying
day I
red
paid
meat right now.
$4.19 for a pound of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
buy red
insane.
meat like once a week right now. I was when I remember, dude, when in like 2017, I remember like a gallon of milk was like under $1.
Yeah.
Look,
And steak was so cheap, I was buying it like every
fuck,
day.
yeah.
2020, the gallon of milk was 97 cents from Walmart, of which now
Yep.
it is $2.17, $2.19, something like that.
You know what I sell it for at my work? This is no joke.
$4.
$4. And here's the thing. Now,
That's because it's a convenience store.
exactly
Well, yeah,
a
that
motivating
makes sense.
factor behind why prices have
But it goes
increased.
bad when you buy it from there. It's like they left it out like somewhere. It always goes bad when you buy it from convenience stores.
Because I do stuff to it.
And it's because like the freezers aren't cool.
It's because I
coolers
do
aren't cool
stuff
enough.
to it.
Because he does stuff to it,
I
bro.
do stuff.
That's
so
the secret.
Another motivating factor behind why we have high prices is a direct result of what closed down during COVID, right? So I'm just going to speak on Bay County alone, all right? My business did not close. A lot of places reduced their hours. We remained a 24-hour operation. Places like Walmart and Meijer that were 24-hour operations still have not resumed 24-hour.
A lot of places haven't. Yeah, they got like reduced Sundays and shit.
That's why.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do
And restaurants that used to be open until midnight are now only open until 10, 11 o'clock. You used to be able to hang out in Grandpa Tony's until like fucking midnight, 1 o'clock and booze. And now they close it sharply at 10. Okay, so that changed the landscape, and I'm just going to talk about this area. So we started adhering to convenience. Grubhub, DoorDash. We all know what fucking cocksuckers they can be, right?
Fuck them cocksuckers.
So we, and we're now implementing a program at my work where we have to pay attention to this little thing that dings, and fucking Joe McBilly Bob wants a fucking pizza, and we get that order about 60 seconds before the DoorDash driver walks in the door. So that's going to be fun. But because convenience, the business that I work at had its best year ever last year.
Yeah.
Its best year ever.
A lot of places did.
Any of it trickle down to you?
Ton of money to be spent.
Some of it, yes.
Well, Legato's good. That's good then.
Some of it, yes.
That's good.
So are we in a recession?
We are in a recession.
I want to say we're on its doorstep. I don't think that we are.
I don't think we currently are. I mean,
I think we're real fucking close.
There's a lot of stuff you can't get. There's stuff that's way back ordered. Housing market's crazy. Wood's been crazy. Building materials been crazy. Gas is crazy. Food's crazy.
But that doesn't necessitate a recession in the fact that we can't get our hands on things. Yes, but that's a labor shortage issue too.
I can tell my bank account is like short of where it should be. Just from gas and food, just like I'm being taxed.
100%.
I'm being taxed. I'm down from where I normally am just in the last year, and it's all Byron's fault. Byron.
Yeah, like
Incorrect,
isn't his middle name Robinette?
what?
I think it's
What is
Joseph.
your middle name?
Don't worry about it. I think his middle. I think it's
no.
I want to say it online. His I think it's Joseph Robinette Biden. Is his real name.
So you can talk about other motherfuckers' middle name, but you won't bring up your
president, bro.
Yeah, he the president, bro.
President.
Don't even know how to ride a goddamn bike.
Motherfucker.
That's all I need to know.
He knows how to ride a bike. He's 90 and has dementia. What do you want?
I can't.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I can't even insult this motherfucker sometimes. I'm
right,
like,
he's sitting around with a fucking diaper full of shit. But
Oh no, he's napping right now. It's 4 o'clock.
Well, like it's acceptable. Like I can't believe
is it
today.
nappy time at the White House? Yeah. Dude, Reagan used to nod off all the time. I know it's a proven fact that he had Alzheimer's while in office. Nancy was running the show.
Holy shit!
Nancy was running the show.
So, what's his name? There's a few presidents that have.
Famous. Carter?
No,
Carter.
Dude, Carter's still building houses.
Yeah, he's still building houses, right?
Oh yeah,
there
he's
was
a
that
G. You seen him out there with his black eye a couple years ago, bro? Yeah.
He
go sit down
after
somewhere.
chemo, bro. He got a chemo treatment and went to fucking put up a wall.
That's the generation that I'm talking about.
Jimmy
though.
Carter,
like,
you're
we're
the
killing
fucking
that
man.
generation of hard workers.
Carter was a failed president, famously, but he was the last real president we had until Trump.
Yeah.
Then we had the Bushes and the Clintons and Obama, which were basically all the same cartel that just ran the country into the ground and sold us out to the commies.
That's right, comrade.
All right, comrade. I don't know why, out of nowhere, I ran into my aunt today, and I haven't seen her in a while. And after she reminded me, we were talking about a relative that's no longer with us, and out of nowhere, she brought up Trump.
caffeine.
And I'm like, why would you, what? Why are we, what? Just to insult him to me, and I'm like, okay.
It's that derangement syndrome, bro.
Of which I was like I tried to not even talk about it, honestly, because I'm like, I'm happy to see you. And then she was like, your grandparents were Democrats all the way through. I'm like, well that's good. But why is this happening right now? Can I just let's talk about other shit?
It's the toxicity from the TV. People fed on it. Whether you liked Trump or whether you hated Trump, you watched the TV and you were like, just like.
But I'm at the same time in
you
the
were
same breath. I'm like, yo, I'm with
the
you.
whole
Fuck
time.
Trump. But like, what do you?
I just thought I thought it was funny. No matter what Trump did, I always tell Pete he would walk out to the helicopter and they'd be like, all the news, look at this racist ass walk. That's a racist walking to that helicopter. You're like, what?
There was the time Obama walked off of Air Force One helicopter. He had something in his hands. He did a salute, and they were going to fucking hang him for it. Like, it goes both ways. Everybody's got something to bitch about. Everybody, what?
Dude, the news went against Trump like nothing you've ever seen in your life.
If you have the money,
depends on what news you watch.
All of them.
You watch.
Again, they said he was a Russian spy for 3 years straight.
How
not just
on a serious
every day,
note,
every news story was about him being a Russian spy for 3 years.
Three things, and it doesn't make it any less true.
I don't honestly, I don't believe in any of the news anymore. Like, the more and more I get, I used to think these people are telling me. Now I'm just like, there's something more nefarious going on, and I can't put my finger on it.
So that's the thing about Trump. He always was and always will be the distraction. No matter what, if he did a good job, if he didn't do a good job. No matter what, he was the distraction because he unified people in their hatred of him or in their love for him. And either way, so much got accomplished behind the scenes that they didn't want you to see because the big fucking Cheeto poofball was out there talking. He was out there talking, and he was either making people happy or he was making them mad. And either way, a lot of shit gets done that happens to us that is a direct result of us being distracted by that. Just like go back to the 90s when we want to fucking put Clinton on trial for the fucking Monica Lewinsky shit, right? Distraction. How much shit went on back then, right? I think NAFTA happened in the middle of all of that while we're worried about a fucking blowjob.
That blows my mind. Like, for real, some girl told on you for getting a blowjob? Did he force her into that, or
no?
what?
No, she was a willing person, and she still says to this day
because her fortune is based off of that one dick she sucked.
Yeah,
this
Yusuf
fucking
would
bitch.
much like yours.
Yusuf would do it if he
I
could.
would 100%.
Write a book.
You're
about
gonna
it.
tell me that after I suck this one dick, I don't gotta do shit?
All
Pull
you
that
gotta do is
motherfucker out right now.
Super famous.
Come here, little fella.
Pull that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give it a kiss on the tip and say I sucked it all. I'm gonna lie on it. I'm gonna lie on that dick. I'm like, bro, all I did was barely touch it with the tip of my tongue, but I'm gonna lie on it and write a book.
This episode went to hell.
I'm sorry. The Recession. Y'all talking on my dick? You guys
So
talking
we
up?
voted. If you say dick one more time, you're fired.
80.
And I will get somebody to translate that.
You got Google in your hands.
No,
You can literally go anywhere in the world right now, and so long as you got one of those pocket GPS cocksuckers, you'll be straight.
Okay, so
He said it. He
I'm
said you're
saying
fired.
we're in.
Sorry.
I'm saying yes, we're in a recession. You're saying yes, we're in a recession.
100%.
You're saying we're almost in a recession.
I
Like,
say if
entering the
we're
gates.
not, we're knocking on the fucking door for sure.
so how bad could it get?
It's fixing to get
Food
bad.
could get expensive. Well, both the girls we talked about are prepping food. They think food's going to get expensive.
and
It
and
is
all the
expensive
goddamn
already.
food
Right.
plants that are on fire
Yeah,
that
yeah,
have
yeah.
been burning up.
10,000 cattle just died the other day, of which they're claiming it's from the heat. I don't buy that for
Yeah.
a second.
Cattle have been fucking living out in the heat.
Fuck yes, it's
for a
forever.
fucking 100 years.
Cattle-
They've been doing it without fucking refrigeration or air conditioning
Hell
for
yeah.
200 years.
They're cattle. Them
I-
motherfuckers are built for that kind of lifestyle.
I'm built for that kind of lifestyle. I can survive in the
You're
flesh.
built like
Sure.
cattle.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, whatever. You got a fucking dick smaller than an udder. So I'm saying close. He's saying yes, we are.
So that's two to
Helix.
2.5 to.
Helix, if you think we're in a recession, look at the camera. If you think
Yeah, he agrees. He
No,
agrees.
he looked at me.
That's because you're talking to him. You're distracting.
Helix, recession? Yes, recession.
No, he looked at me again. So
Good boy. Your dog food has got.
let's just vamp for a minute or two. What do you got going on later?
I gotta call this girl back.
What do you got going on later?
Maybe this.
I gotta go help my girl fix up her dad's house that she's getting. I gotta edit some videos and think of some more things to talk about with the word DICK in it, and you know how my life goes.
I'm gonna try to come down off all this caffeine. So much caffeine.
You're gonna have to go do some push-ups and run around the block.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna be able to sit in my car and just drive.
I do want to bring one thing up. You guys have lied to me. Both of you collectively lied to me.
About what?
Well, multiple things, but the most recent one that I'm going to be all amped up and fucking juiced up and just fucking ready to go after
You're
working.
not-
Shut up! And I'm talking.
Oh, you got to get into it.
It's all right. Let him finish.
So when I get done pumping the iron, I'm done pumping dear. I go home and I pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I knew, and the first
You'll
time it
sleep
was,
better.
oh my god, no. I've had the most vivid, terrible fucking nightmares the last week.
Are you on
I
the
had a
patch?
night, and this is no joke. I had a nightmare. I was in the trunk of your fucking car,
Yeah.
and you were laughing like the Joker.
Well, that's a lie because you can't fit.
One time we put my buddy in my trunk and we pulled up to a Meyer gas station and he jumped out and he was like, the last thing I remember is Nebraska and ether. And then he just took off and this lady was like looking at me all crazy. It was funny.
So
You were in your trunk the other day.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
what
and
I do
he just
sometimes.
said something about me not fitting. So guess what, motherfucker?
I got a big trunk.
Yeah, you do.
I got to take my
Got a
subwoofer
Buick?
out. I could probably
He's
fit
got a Ford.
It's got a big trunk.
You and your fucking import piece of shit. I have an import. So, and you are an import. Somewhat.
Halfway.
So, what I'm getting at is that I'm like exhausted. The first time was because I didn't follow any advice and get something to eat. So I just fucking. Bleh.
You want
That's because you're nowhere even at the door. But once you look, your body has
need
to
to take a couple
acclimate. You
weeks.
have to develop the stamina. You like all these things that still have to happen. And then afterwards, once you get your stride and your rhythm, your dick is going to be hard all the time. I know I keep saying that, but I don't know. Like, that's just the way I used to talk as a child, and now I'm allowed to be.
Who let you talk like that? If
Yeah,
I said
no one
dick
let
as
you.
much as you did in our first episode, I didn't say dick that much in my first 14 years on this earth.
It's just how I used to talk with
Fact.
my friends as a kid, and now, like, if I'm depending on who I'm around, I am appropriate. But right now, this is three guys
When?
sitting together.
When?
It's because
Yeah.
we're only three. We're the three of us sitting together. I'm gonna.
If we have a woman on the show, which we have twice now, you say it all the fucking time.
I guess
So I
maybe
don't want to hear that shit.
Okay, maybe
you
I'm
say it when
broken.
we're in the restaurant. Dick, 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 dick.
I don't think I
You
just
say it
can
in
be
the
around
car. You
people.
say it in the group chat. You say it at the fucking gym. You say it at work.
I don't
You
say
make
that word.
TikToks about nothing
But dicks.
Y'all are haters. Dick sell. Dick sell.
No, they
bro.
don't. No, they don't.
titty cell, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bringing back the dick. I'm bringing back the dick.
You gonna learn today.
You gonna eat your cornbread. So, Yusuf, parting words don't include dick. Kafafi.
Take care of your health. Begin to prep. Learn how to start fires. Save money if it's possible.
Buy some crypto.
I don't know about the crypto stuff
It's
yet.
a
I
fight
honestly
on
God
inflation.
don't know. I honestly have no clue as to that. I just know the very basics. Learn how to survive off
Get some
of
gold.
yourself.
Keep some gold in your house.
And definitely
The real value in gold is having the physical gold.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to send you this. This is going to be the bookend of the episode. I'm going to send you this picture, right? And you have to post this at the very end. This is what my mentor, Jerry fucking Hotpants, does, right? He sits here and complains that, well, they make fun of me with the Jerry Hotpants all the time. And then he does this shit. So, and I just want to say that the overturning of Roe v. Wade also means that a lot of Kid Rock fans are going to have a whole lot of kids with their sisters. I'm going to send you the best picture. And you're going to put this up right here.
they still better have that baby.
Bro, I am on so much caffeine. I'm
Yes,
telling
you are.
Dude, my face
I can
is
feel how hot you
My face
are.
is numb right here. I'm trying to tell you.
You got
This
that
is
good,
wild.
bro. 'cause
Do you think I'd look good with a mullet? Do I look good like that?
Yeah, you look amazing.
look hella good. Because I'm hella good.
Okay, well, they're going in the group chat now, so you can go ahead and post these to your heart's content anywhere on any of the social meets or deets or so.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah.
Bro, these look good, man. These look good. America, baby. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Look at you, you old white trash piece of shit.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. Ted Nugent sucks. All right. For Yusef and Chris, I am Pete. Y'all have a great Wednesday.
No, I'm busy tonight, actually.